So, welcome to the interview of We Matter Employees Choice Award 2020. Today, we are interviewing the founder and CEO of Nivesh.com, Mr. Anurag Garg. Nivesh is a mutual funds investment platform. Its portal, focus on mutual funds information in India, got ranked among the top 150 websites in the world by the Forbes magazine. Now, before starting his own venture, Anurag sir, as a member of the management team, has played a vital role in shaping the technology and processes at Gridstone Research. He truly understands the requirements and complexities of investment research. He is also a CFA charter holder. So, hi, sir, welcome.
Thank you, Ashwarya. Thank you for inviting me here.
Right. Firstly, I'd like to congratulate you and your entire team for winning the We Matter Employees Choice Award.
Sure. Thanks to We Matter also for including us in this entire process. I think it was a very enlightening experience for us and for our team members also.
Right.
To really understand, what could be the important factors that could go in, getting such an award, and to even understand that what we are doing, is on the right direction, right track. So it gives us a lot of confidence, as we build this organization.
Right. So I have a couple of questions, and the first one being, could you tell us what Nivesh.com has done so differently to be the employee choice company?
Yeah. So see, it's not just one thing that you can do, differently to be employee centric, right? There are number of things that you need to do to make sure that the employee they feel belong to the organization, right? So when we started building Nivesh, it was very clear in our mind that we want to be liked by our team members. We are basically services organization, right? And we are building something leveraging technology for which the human element is extremely important. And unless you have a right team in the place who believes in a vision, they will not, remain with you. And as a startup, in fact, even hiring is a big challenge, right? So to be able to hire the right talent, to be able to retain the talent, that is going to be very critical factor in making sure that we build what we are going out to build.
Yes.
So communicating our vision, that is the first and foremost most important factor, because the employee should understand, what they are trying to, create. Being part of startup, when we are trying to create something new, each and every team member must understand, so they, truly work towards that mission, what we are trying to accomplish, and that gives them also a sense of purpose, right? You come to an office, you work, that's fine, but you really enjoy your job if you see that you are building out something, and then the day you achieve some target, some milestone, that's the day you really feel happy, right? So the feeling that I'm going out to work today and I enjoy my work is very important, and that's I feel that our team members enjoy coming to office because they can relate to the purpose. And then there are other factors like the ownership that we give to the team members. We again believe that more than the skill, the attitude is important. So we keep telling our team, there'll be a lot of issues that you face, but with positive attitude, get to the next milestone. So those kind of messages, they employees really understand that they're not working with a typical traditional organization. So for them, it's a very, I think, a different experience working here. And then what we are doing is using technology to do things which traditionally were done, through offline routes. So that experience also is kind of very different, refreshing for them. Then we, our normal policies, like the kind of leaves we give, flexibility in terms of whether they can work from home. So all of that we have incorporated. Through the pandemic, we try to support the team members in different way. Our ESOP policy, we have given ESOP at each and every level, and that too is quite liberal. So, number of things, that we have done, I think that has helped us, get this award, and we feel really proud about that.
Right. Great. So could you tell us what the vision of your company is for the business and people?
Yeah. So what we are trying to do, as everybody is aware, the penetration of financial product in India is very low. And when I say financial product, what it means is products like mutual funds, bonds, uh, corporate fixed deposits, P2P lending, insurance products. So the penetration is virtually the lowest in the world. While in India we save a lot, and particularly when you go to tier 2, tier 3 towns, there the saving rates are very high. So investable surplus is very high, which is reflected in very large bank deposits in India. Today in India, the bank deposits are about 170 lakh crore, which is extremely huge. Compared to that, in mutual fund, only about 20 lakh crore is there from the individual investors. So you can imagine that the ordinary saver, he's saving a lot, but struggling to get good return on that saving. And that's why you see a lot of chit fund scams happen, because there are companies who promise high return, and then because investors, they don't have an option, they go and invest their money in such chit fund companies, and ultimately they end up losing the entire investment. So, and bringing this money into financial system is also important for economic growth of the country, because once this money comes into the productive system, the listed companies are able to access this money, they'll grow rapidly, the productivity of the money will increase. You see, one example is, when the foreign institutions, they've been selling stocks for last 1 year, the stock market has been able to, hold itself because of the SIP money coming through mutual funds. So substantial money has come in last 1 year because of efforts of organization like ours, where we are telling the ordinary investor that you can get better returns by investing in products like systematic investment plan of mutual fund. So our vision as an organization is to take the financial inclusion to the masses, and give them the option of accessing better yielding investment products, give them option to take the right insurance plan, so they are able to manage their wealth better. And if they are able to they manage their wealth better, they'll do better individually, and if individually everybody does better, collectively we will do better as a country. So that's what we are trying to do. And for our people, the vision is that as we are trying to build wealth for our customers, we are trying to build ourselves into sustainable large organization. And as we do that, the team members should also grow in all respect, in terms of their knowledge, in terms of their skill set, in as a person, and also economically. And ultimately, everybody wants to build wealth. Building wealth is important for them also, and so they should build wealth as the company grows. And that's why we have given ESOP to each and every employee, so they participate in the growth of the company. So overall development of the team member is something that we aspire for.
Right, sir. Okay, so my next question is, as a CEO of an organization, what is your viewpoint on employee engagement and its impact on business?
Yes, employee engagement is extremely important. As I said earlier, unless each and every employee understands, what they are doing, uh, what whatever function they may be in, they may be doing a very small mundane job, but ultimately that helps in achievement of the bigger vision of the company, right? Somewhere it is contributing towards that. So for them, it's very important to understand that each and every task is important. It's not small, because it's whatever we are doing is a collection of the entire, it's a sum of everything that everybody's doing, right? And that you can do only through a constant engagement, by creating a structure where the dialogues, the conversations are free. We're not like a bureaucratic organization where it can only be through layers. So anybody can talk to anybody. It, try to tell people that don't create bureaucracy. Even if you're growing, we should remain a very lean, flat structure organization, because only then we can engage, relate to each other, and that's what will take us toward where we are trying to. The employee engagement is extremely important, and we continuously try to make sure that employees feel that they are engaged, they are contributing towards the growth of the organization.
Okay, sir. So now, what does leadership mean to you, and how would you describe your own leadership style?
In my own leadership style is very simple. When we started, in fact, from day one, I've been telling everybody that you are the owner of what you're doing. Think like a business owner. Because if everybody thinks like a business owner, my job is simple. I don't have to worry about running the business. So rather than thinking that you're an employee, you come here to do, 9 to 5 or defined tasks, think like if you are running it as a business, what will you do? How will it impact you? Right? And then you can really understand the problems of the business as well as feel happy when you complete your job or the goals are achieved. So ownership, giving ownership, taking ownership, all of that is extremely important in my books. Because once you own the task, then whatever you'll do, you'll try to complete it in the best possible manner, rather than just doing it because somebody asked me to do. Right? So if somebody tells me that okay, I'll do this because you are telling me to do, I said no, you don't have to do it because I am telling you to do. Unless you believe in it, then don't do it. We can discuss it. We can discuss different options, different outcomes, but unless you own the particular course of action or whatever you're doing, just don't do it because I am telling you to do. Because if they do, when I tell them to do something, then if it does not work out, they'll say, okay, sir, you told me to do so. It's fine. I did that. So we don't want in that kind of situation that, I did so because you told me to do so. We want a situation where I'll do something because I believe this is the right course of action for my particular function. Right. And that again, leads to a very positive action outcome because when you own something, then you'll do your best to make sure that it is on the track. Right? Your heart, your soul is in doing that particular function or job. So we believe that we should not be micromanaging anything, because if you try to micromanage, then I as a CEO will be busy just trying to manage what people are doing rather than worrying about the more strategic matters from where the growth will come. What is that next we should do? So that's where each and every person should spend time rather than trying to manage what the junior team members are doing, right? And if ownership is there, then the team member will also grow because they can think like what their seniors are thinking. Gradually the training will happen. They'll evolve themselves, and they can grow within the organization. And if they grow, then organization will grow, and then we have future leaders in hand. Because as we grow, we'll need a lot more leaders, and it's best to have those leaders in house rather than going out and recruiting. Right. So for that, it's important that we build or develop those leaders. As we grow, and there's no better way of doing that than giving them ownership from the very beginning. So that is what I firmly believe, that should be how we should lead. And we try to give ownership at every level, the junior most level, uh, and that's what we clearly believe in.
Sir, so according to you, what is your biggest achievement? It could be professional or personal.
Nivesh is my biggest achievement, I would say. Right? Because what we are trying to do at Nivesh is quite substantial, significant, and particularly financial services is a space where there are large players who are already operating. And so, in a sense, we are competing with very, very large players, large banks who also operate in financial services space. But we believe we can do, we can grow to a substantial size because there is a large opportunity, there is a large market which is yet to develop, and in next 10 years this development will happen. And even if we take a small share of that market, we can be a very large organization. So wherever we have come today as Nivesh, I believe that itself is an achievement, and we are at a stage where from here we can grow rapidly. So creating Nivesh, bringing it to this level, and the fact that it can grow into a very large institution, large organization, I feel that's the biggest achievement, because whatever I learned in my entire life, I'm trying to kind of put everything together in building Nivesh, right? So Nivesh is an outcome of last 25 years of my experience, different things I did, right? So it's basically amalgamation of all of that. So it's very, very close to me. This entire experience is also very enriching. So I believe if we can take it to its logical conclusion, that'll be the best thing to happen.
So, sir, since you have 25 years of experience and you have such a great company, what message would you like to give to young leaders and entrepreneurs?
See, one very simple message is that take care of your team members, take care of your employees, and they'll take care of you. And employees are very important ingredient in today's world. Their expectations are changing rapidly. Right? So the younger lot, they think and behave very differently compared to what we used to think when we were at their age. Right? So understanding their mind is very important, because when you recruit, largely it's a young team. Right? So in fact, recently there was a lot of debate about asking employees to work for 18 hours a day. Right? There was a lot of issue that was happening on LinkedIn. So the comments, which were there, that tell you the real mindset of the younger generation, the current, and that is a reality, right? It's a generational shift that we cannot change. Even if I wish to change, I cannot change. So best is to understand, adapt to it, and then manage it in a manner that works for everyone. And once you gain their confidence, then they'll go out of their way to help build the organization. Right? So rather than fighting it, it's better to understand, learn, and adapt, and that will really be conducive to the growth. You're taking care of your employee team members, their aspirations, bringing in human element in what you're doing. All of that is very important.
Okay, so what do you think about the initiatives of We Matter and its approach?
It's being great, being part of this entire process that We Matter has adopted in conducting these awards, particularly how the expectations or aspirations of different generations have been handled. So as I said, it's a very it's need of the day. Pandemic has changed a lot of things, and aspirations of young generations are very different. So I think this entire process has helped us understand how the different generations think about their association with the organization. So it's been a very enriching experience, and we believe this award will also help us communicate to the wider audience that we are trying to build an organization which is employee centric. So I would like to congratulate, in fact, the We Matter team for uh, creating such a comprehensive process, such a modern process of conducting the employees' expectation, understanding employee expectation, because here employees are the jury, right? They are giving award to the organization that they're working for, and their judgment cannot be faulted or doubted. So I think this process is pretty good, and would like to be part of this process in the years to come.
What three words would you use, sir, to describe We Matter and its work?
I would say it was quite inspiring, motivational, and quite innovative.
Right. So thank you so much. So this is the end of the interview. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy schedule and making this interview happen. I'm really glad your words were very, very enriching. And yeah, thank you so much and have a great day, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashwarya. Thank you. Being part, happy being part of this entire process. Thank you.
Right. Thank you.